Hey YouTube, sorry if this is a little bit loud, can't really hear that much. Today we're going to review these WorkTunes headphones. As you can see, these are the WorkTunes headphones / hearing protectors from 3M. This is one of the older models. They do have other ones right now. You can still buy these. What they have is you have the volume / on/off knob, the tuner. You can actually change it from AM to FM, change the mode, and here is the headphone. You could actually plug in MP3 player or something like that into there. It also actually comes with the supplied adapter so that you can plug it into your phone or whatever and then plug it into here. We'll go over that here shortly. Here's where the batteries go in. This just flips open. I currently have some rechargeable batteries in here. And this spreads apart. Can adjust. Let's see. You can adjust these out. Well, there we go. And adjust that back in real quick. And here's the antenna. So they're pretty simple. It's got padding all around. Let me go over real quick what I found with these. I've had them, as you can tell, I've had them for a while. At least a year and a half. Thought I'd do a review on it real quick. So here's what I've found. Some of the good things about it. First off, they're pretty rugged. You can see I've got scrapes and scratches and everything. These things have gotten caught on trees. That's kind of one of the bad things, but it's gotten caught on trees and pulled off of my head, and they hit the ground, and sure enough they just keep working. I've used these in the rain. It's not ideal, but I have, and so far they've worked out great. What I do sometimes is if they get too wet is I'll pull out the foam and stuff in there so that and then put them on something so they'll stay open like this so that they'll air out good. The really good thing about these and what they're made for is the fact that they actually do muffle the sound. They've tested them, I guess, as hearing protection, so they test out pretty good. I don't have any issues with them. You can still hear things around you some. And that's kind of one of the things I like about it is the fact that I can actually hear. I'm not completely isolated and I can kind of hear things going on. Another good thing is that, like I said, as far as the music goes, you got the radio that's in these, that's built into them, or you can actually play, your phone or some other device. Reception wise, I've not found an issue with them. They pick up, as good as I'd want them to. I guess the only time you'd hear anything other than, if you might hear some static or something like that if you were mowing underneath power lines or something like that, like high tension power lines. They take AA batteries, and the good thing about this is that I can put rechargeable batteries in here. So the volume on them, I'm listening to mowers, chainsaws, things like that, and I can still hear the music on them. So the volume and the music, it doesn't crank up too high because of course they're to protect your ears, but they do crank up high enough to where you can hear the music through whatever kind of work you're doing. The muffling the noise, that works pretty good. They're comfortable as they are. Where I find problems with them is where I start to get into here's the bad things. First off, the biggest thing is the comfort becomes an issue if you're wearing them for a while. I tend to wear a hat, and whenever I wear a hat, most hats, ball caps or whatever, they've got a thing. Well, let me show you right here. They've got this right here, right on top of it. Guess what? That's where this sits. So it ends up being, you have to shift it around, and it's kind of awkward at that point to keep that from pressing down on that knot or on that that bump on the top of there all the time. The other thing is, if you're wearing safety glasses, these can form around your ears and they press on those safety glasses and kind of press them into your head. So how you get around that, not really sure. Take off the safety glasses, but then you're not going to be safe. The other bad things about it, so far it's not been an issue yet, but you can see the antenna here, and I don't know if you could see that, but it's starting to, as it catches on all kinds of things, it's starting to break, at least the rubber around here. So the spring is still intact, so it's working just fine, but that's one bad thing. As far as just catching on trees, I guess it's anything that's connected to you, on your head or whatever, you're going to catch it on trees and bushes and whatever. So it gets caught and pulls off, and it's not really a design flaw. There's no way around it, but it's just what it is. So the bad thing about it too is there's no onboard storage for anything other than storing the channels, storing your stations. It'd be nice if you could maybe store some MP3 files on there or something so you can listen to that versus having it connected to your phone, which kind of goes into the other thing is if you were connecting it to your phone or something, then you've got a cable that sticks down, and you're just, it's one more thing to get caught on stuff. So I've never really used it for that, but it is what it is. I'm sure they got better models. I haven't looked into the other models, but I'm just reviewing these right here. The one thing that's both good and bad about these is that it's got a auto on-off on it. The good thing is if you leave them on and you put it in your trailer, it's going to turn off after so long and save your batteries. The bad thing about it is kind of whenever you're mowing or whatever, you've left it on for so long, and all of a sudden it wants to turn off, and it's going to tell you powering down, and you have to go up and hit something, whether it's change the channel or change the volume or something to be able to get it to go back off, just restart that timer. So it's not that big of an inconvenience, but it's just something I'd rather not have on there. I don't know. I guess the selector switches and stuff, if one of the bad things about it is this right here. This is where you're turning the station. Every time you go by a tree or something and it catches on here, it will turn the station on you. So you'll be listening to different stations all the time. I've had these on in a tree doing tree work, and every time I bump my head over on the limb or something like that, it turns the channel, so I'd never stay on the same station I want. But other than that, I mean, they're great. I've used them, like I said, for quite some time now. I don't plan on getting any new ones, not anytime soon, at least until these break. And I've had them for a year and a half. So that's my overall review on these. Would I recommend them to somebody? Yeah, I would, because you can hear music and you can have them as hearing protection. Those are the two main things you need, or that I need. And like I said, the little bit of discomfort and whatever, I think it's worth it. These were so cheap. I could have bought other ones that were a lot more expensive, and I just chose to go with the cheap ones, so you get what you pay for, and I think it's well worth the money. So if you guys choose to get some, have at it. If you choose to get better, or you have better already, I'd love to hear from you to see, because I probably will get some of these in the future. And, I'd like to hear how the other models work for you. So, alright guys, thanks for watching Everyday Journey. Appreciate the comments. Please like and subscribe. Please check out my other videos. Maybe you'll find something helpful. I'm always open to criticism. So if I haven't heard any comments about anything. So if you think my videos are too long, or you think the audio is bad, or you think there's a different way I could film it, I'd really love to hear from you. Maybe find a way to maybe keep it more interesting. Tell some jokes while I'm doing this. Anything, any constructive criticism is nice, and I will gladly take your feedback. So you guys take care.